Up with Whitney on today's Best Country K103 and Jimmy Carter Update being powered by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coating with offices in Marion and Cape Girardeau. Go with Reynolds. And yesterday, big day, Jimmy.
Well, it is. It's the most important thing that can happen to a country music star. That's the thing. They don't even wish about this. If it happens, it happens, but it's not something you can put on your wish list or goal because it's really weird how it does happen. But it started in 1961. Imagine all the people who've come through country music, whether they are disc jockeys, executives, record people, or stars like Johnny Cash. 1961, there are only 152 plaques on the wall at the Country Music Hall of Fame. That really kind of boils it down, doesn't it? So yesterday, 3 more people went in. All 3 are very worthy. Toby Keith, without saying. What happened with Toby is that he's been sick, and I think people have been very concerned about him. So they had him on the list to vote in last year. They did vote him in, and the results came in the Friday before he died. They didn't tell the CMA until the Monday. He died then. And so they never got to tell Toby he was a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. Aww. But I'm sure his family loves it, and his son came and accepted for him. Oh. So Toby Keith is in. Next one is John Anderson. Don't quite understand that. He was certainly, I think it was one of the names I gave you yesterday, but and I know why Dwight and Clint weren't picked because Toby got that slot, so that's okay. But there's so many veterans, they need to get a catch-up class so bad in this one. John Anderson, most famous for a song called Swingin', and then touring musician, I really couldn't pick one that was better, James Burton, who lives in Brentwood, Tennessee. He's 83. He went off and played with Ricky Nelson back in the 50s and early 60s. Later, he was in the band from 69, I think, to 77 of Elvis Presley. He was the band leader. And then he went off and was kind of the leader and went for the 11 albums with John Denver. So he had an Emmylou Harris in between and playing sessions with Merle Haggard and everybody else. This guy is one of the greatest to ever pick up a guitar. Cool. His name is James Burton, and he's going into the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Now, social media, as you can imagine, had to put their 2 cents worth. They're happy about Toby. They were happy about John Anderson, happy about James Burton, even though he was on nobody's list. It kind of came out of left field on that one, but still good, still good. Some people wanted Jeannie Seeley, who sings in the Opry. You know, you had a little bit of the Dwight Clint thing got pushed back because they knew that they wanted Toby in there. So Toby got in there. So that's the way that is. They'll do it again next year. These people will be fully induced, as they call it, as soon as their plaque gets ready, and that'll be sometime in the fall. CMT's doing their award show April 7th. They're going to do a Crossroads show before that, though, on that weekend, and it will be Hardy and Nickelback. Nickelback just did 75,000 people at Rodeo Houston. And Tim McGraw's released a new video, One Bad Habit, and it features his girlfriend, wife, Faith Hill. And it's really sweet. A lot of kissing, hugging, and all that stuff. So you might want to go on YouTube and look up One Bad Habit.
That is a really good song, I'm not going to lie. I really like it.
I like it, too. And it'll forever be about faith, though, now that we've seen the video.
Hey, Jimmy, today is the start of spring.
I know, and you can hear me. I've already taken 1 antihistamine this morning and some Flonase, and my car was washed off yesterday, and seriously, I put it in a garage. 2 hours later, it was full of pollen again. Hadn't even been outside. That time of year. It's that time of year.
Enjoy the day, Jimmy. We'll chat with you in the morning. That is your Jimmy Carter update this morning, brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coating with offices in Marion and Cape Girardeau. Go with Reynolds.